What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a detailed roadmap on how to set up TikTok ads in 2023, specifically for coaches, consultants, or agency owners looking to book meetings and appointments to close more deals. Right now, TikTok ads is the cheapest of all social media platforms to do advertising on. We're seeing coaches and consultants book meeting as low as $40, $30, or even $20 per meeting. All right, guys, so let's get straight into it. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you exactly what you need to do as far as setting up the ad campaign. I'm also going to show you guys exactly the type of landing page slash VSL page that I'm using, how to set it up, how to add your pixel, and everything. First things first is creating a lead gen form. Now, I'm assuming you already set up your ad account, you already submitted your business documentation, your account has been reviewed and approved, and now all we need to do now is actually start the ads and connect a couple of things. I like to go to the instant page, create an instant page form. The type of campaign that we like to do is instant pages, and I'll briefly explain why. So what we like to do is take a video, right? Creatives are like 80% of TikToks, right? So if you can take a creative and make it perform really well on the platform, you're going to get a lot of cheap cost per leads. What we like to do though is attach those creatives to a lead gen form, and that lead gen form will have a lead submit their contact information, and from there we can direct them to a book a call page or a VSL page. Here's the thing though, not every lead that submits their lead gen form information in will book a call right away. So we have an ISA at our company, or an integrated sales agent, that will call all these leads to kind of pick up where they left off, get them on the calendar, and book a call. Lead gen forms are great because we actually take their information and automatically add it into our CRM. Let me just show you guys the lead form we're creating. So you're gonna have a headline here. It says, what you basically do. For me, helping high ticket coaches and business owners build an irresistible personal brand on TikTok. From there, we have 3 questions. So we have fill out the form information below, what best describes your current situation on TikTok. So we're trying to use a little bit of qualification. We used 3 radio boxes. So for our particular offer and what we want, you want to use radio boxes. We don't want to make it too complex for someone to fill out the form, because it's going to increase the cost per lead when you have a lot of things that they got to fill out. All right. So how much are you currently generating your business? And then are you currently looking to invest into a mentor right now or an agency? From there, we're going to use their name. We're going to take their name, phone number, and email. They have to submit this information to move forward. Some people obviously put fake information, but we find that a lot of people like to put the right information because they want to get called or reach out to. And then from here, they have the opportunity to go to a calendar. We have a landing page that they can go to, and I'll show you guys how to do that in just a moment. All right, so the form is pretty simple. We just go into create here. From there, we're going to go into advanced form. I like to use advanced form. I'm going to go continue. Name the form whatever you want. So we're just going to do test for YouTube. English, I like the more volume for now. When you're running and launching ads, it's always important to just start off with volume, and then from there you can kind of put up certain friction to improve quality of leads. For now, we're running volume. We're going to do, you can pick between the themes. I like the dark theme. Light theme does really well. I see a lot of people use a light theme. For the banner, this is where you're going to put a picture of whatever your headline is, and they give you the specific ratios. You can go to Canva and create this in just in 10 seconds. From there, introduction. I like to put a profile picture of myself. So a nice profile picture of yourself, and make it look nice and presentable. I just had this one readily available, so I'm just going to pick this one. Your display name, so whatever your name is, Alex Robinson, or if you have a TikTok, you do coach, whatever your TikTok name is. Headline is basically a little bit of social proof, right? So I've helped 100 coaches accomplish XYZ, or a little bit of a backstory about you and what you do, right? So I help coaches and consultants build an irresistible personal brand on TikTok, whatever you want there. Promotional slogan, I leave that as optional. Question, so this is where you're going to go into, scroll up a little bit, go to purpose statement, give people a little bit of backstory on why they should fill this out, right? So fill out form below and schedule a call, right? Something like that, or whatever you want to do for that. Fill out required information below, and then you're going to go to custom questions, and this is where you're going to add your questions. You can go really specific, right? So if you do a conditional answer, a set of questions with conditional answers that change based on customer responses. One of your questions is, do you have a business? And they say yes. You can have a conditional question that says, what type of business, right? If you want to get really nitty gritty with it. I like just doing multiple choice and then just asking the question. So test 1, and then put in your answers, response 1, right? And then you can add response 2, add response 3, and add a custom. If you want and you need a short answer, like before we used to ask, what is your TikTok, right? You can do that, and then you can add another question like, how much money do you make? I like the multiple choice though, because people could just click it and it increases the likelihood of them actually submitting their information. From here, what we're going to do, and you can actually preview the next page by just going here and going up to name. We're going to add personal information and we're going to put in their phone number. I like to rearrange it so it's like this: name, phone number, email. So the instant page has 3 pages, right? So page 1 is just brief introduction with 3 qualifying questions. Page 2 is the contact information: name, phone number, and email. You can get more personal information. This is what we personally use and this is what we personally need. And then this is where we're going to actually now go on to the next page and put the kind of call to action to direct people off the app. Before that though, you want to create a privacy policy. If for some reason you don't have a privacy policy, so put your company name, view company name's privacy policy. If you don't have a privacy policy, you can use this website called Termly Privacy Policy. It allows you to create a free privacy policy that you just slap onto a website and then put the link to that website in here. It has to be an actual website. So if you use Go High Level, ClickFunnels, HubSpot, any other website building tool, you're going to need to get the custom embed from Termly and paste it onto your own website with your own domain, and then put the link into the privacy policy there. Now for customize, you can actually skip this. If you want to add like pictures and social proof and whatnot, you can do that. I don't personally bother to do that. The video should do its job. So what you're going to do for a headline here is just go in and say, schedule a call us today, right? And then under that, say, tap the red button to schedule a free discovery with our team. And then for the red button itself, click here to schedule a call. This is what I like to do. I follow a similar format to this, and this is where you would put your, so this is actually the link that I'm using right now. I've been testing. It's been getting really great results. I have a landing page here, and it's actually more mobile optimized than desktop optimized, and this is kind of what we're doing. We're going to tackle this in just a moment though, and spend some time talking about this. But whatever your landing page is, maybe it's a calendar link, maybe it's a VSO, whatever it is, you're going to put here, saving, then complete. So that's the first thing you're going to do when you set up your account and you want to lead gen. Next up is a pixel, right? So what we're going to do is create a pixel. You're going to go to events here. And depending on what you are using, maybe you're using ClickFunnels, maybe you're using Go High Level, maybe you're using some type of website building tool, you're basically just going to follow the basic events to set up a web event. You're going to go here. I have a couple different events here, but you're going to go to Pixel, and then you're just going to name the Pixel name, right? So this could be landing page or opt-in page or whatever. Pixel, hit next. You're going to do manual install code. Okay. You're going to do custom code. Actually, you can do event builder too. I'm going to just do event builder here. You're going to take this pixel code here, and you're going to just follow the basic instructions. So add it to the header of your website. And then when you go back, you can add it. What you should do is get the TikTok pixel helper. If we go to my landing page, you can see that I have it implemented as short TikTok ads landing page, and you have view page here. Okay. That's what you're going to do. You just basically follow the basic instructions on setting up the pixel. Everyone has different website hosting platforms, so it's going to look a little different for everyone. But depending on what you have, you're just going to basically embed that code into the headline, and then use the TikTok pixel helper to verify that it's all set up. All right. So once you have the form created and the pixel installed into whatever your landing page is, now all you need to do is actually start running the ads. So what we're going to do is go to campaign, or in this case, we just go to create an ad. I like to do custom mode, and then I like to do lead generation. All right, so name it whatever you need to. Test, lead gen, test for YouTube. And just so we have a good understanding of how this actually works, right? So there are 3 sections that you need to focus when it comes to ads. There's the campaign level, which basically is, think of it as the cabinet, right? Think of it as a filing cabinet. You work at an office and you have filing cabinets. The campaign is the filing cabinet. It's the entire unit. The ad group is the folders, or the folders inside the cabinet. It's going to become more clear in just a moment, but the folders are inside the ad group. And then inside those folders is the ads, or the paper, right? So that is how it's broken down. Campaign is the entire cabinet. The ad group is the folders inside the cabinet, and the ads are the pieces of paper inside the folders inside the cabinet. All right, so I'm gonna explain what each level does. The campaign level is just basically trying to optimize for, right? So we're optimizing for leads. That's what the campaign is optimizing for, and that's what the purpose of it is. From there, at the ad group level, we're basically saying, hey, who do we want to show these ads to? Right, so we like to do 2 types or 3 types of testing phases depending on your budget. The lowest amount of spend you can spend on a TikTok ad as of the making of this video is $20 per ad group. All right, you don't dictate the price of the ads at the campaign level, you dictate it at the ad group level. And you can see right here, so ad group, you're dictating the settings, the placement, the creative type, the targeting, the budget and scheduling, the bidding and optimization. So for this first one, we do what we call an open stack. This is very vital. Everybody that's running ads does this. You need to do an open stack. You're basically saying, hey, TikTok, I'm not putting any type of targeting on this ad group. I'm going to give you, by using the creatives that we implement into this ad campaign, I'm going to let you guys dictate who to show my content to. So we're going to do an open stack. Depending on where you're targeting, we're going to do, US, age, 25 plus, whatever you want to do. Use this ad group name. Be as specific as possible. Be as specific with the targeting, the demographic, the location. Be as specific as possible. For this one, we're just going to do OpenStack US and then age 25, for example, 25 plus. I'm going to explain what that means in just a moment. So go to placements, go to advanced settings. I like to turn video downloads off. I don't want people downloading my videos and potentially repurposing that. But user comments is good. Video sharing is fine. Creative type, leave off. Custom targeting, leave off, or leave it as custom targeting. Demographic, again, pick whoever you want to target to. These are the countries that allow you to market ads to. English or for languages, I like to pick English. Depending on what your product or service is, you're going to just pick the age group that you think is going to fit it the best. I like to do 25 plus for my particular products. Household income is cool, but I don't really use it. It basically allows you to target people in specific zip code areas that are likely to have more money. You don't want to do that because you're potentially overqualifying. There might be leads that aren't in these particular graphics or brackets rather that would be potentially willing to invest into your services. And you don't even know because you're pre-qualifying or overqualifying. Audiences, for now, ignore. This stuff, all this, we normally like to target people with, but for now we're going to leave this all empty because again, this is open targeting. We're not going to put any parameters in yet. Device, if for particular reason, let's say you're offering a particular product or service that you only want people that use a particular device, you can use that. I like to leave this all on. And then for budget, again, the lowest you can go is 20, so you can't go like $10 as you can see here. It's going to say the lowest you can go is 20. So we're actually going to do 25 or 20, whatever your marketing budget is. We're going to duplicate these ad groups. So I like to start off at like $60, $70 a day. And I'm going to explain to just a moment on how to actually optimize for that. Scheduling, you can leave it as is. Specific time, I wouldn't really test this yet until you get enough data. Just do open targeting and leave it as all day. And then for lowest cost, we're going to leave it, or for bidding strategy, we're going to leave it as lowest cost. Ignore daily leads. Sometimes it's more than this, sometimes it's less than this. It's very, very rarely ever really accurate. It's going to be random and sporadic every day. So don't worry too much about that. And then for advanced settings, just leave it as what it is. Next here is going to be the ad. So this is the creative or the video that you're going to be displaying in front of the prospects. Real quick, before we actually add that in, a couple things, right? So one, you can choose to use a Spark ad. If you already are creating content on a TikTok page and you want to run these ads off of the TikTok page, you're going to get cheaper cost per leads, right? But not everyone that runs ads on TikTok actually have an account, and a lot of times it's not even optimized, so that's fine. I do have a personal TikTok account, so I've connected my account, and you need to turn your personal page into a business account to do this. But I've run ads from my actual TikTok account, my warm TikTok account, as a Spark ad, and I got some pretty cheap cost per leads. But if you don't have an account or you don't want to run it to your ad account, that's fine. You can just create a custom identity, and it's allow you to pick your picture, name, and do whatever you need to do there. So now we're going to actually scroll down a little bit. We're going to go back and rename that in just a moment. You're going to upload videos here. I personally already have a bunch of videos. I even was testing one of my clients' videos, but you're just going to pick your videos. I recommend testing 3 creatives at a time, 4 the most, but no more than 4. Because what ends up happening is if one creative is doing better than the others, the ad spend is going to go strictly to that video and it's not going to get distributed to the other ads. So do 3 really sharp videos. And if you guys want a video of me breaking down the best types of creatives for coaches to actually book appointments, let me know. I can record and make another video for you guys. But this is what I recommend. 3, 4 the most. No more than 4 though. All right, so I'm just going to pick these here and then we're going to hit continue. All right, so now we have the 3 videos here, and we're going to have to make some additions and changes to all 3 of these. So for text, I like to just keep it forward, schedule a free roadmap call now, right? Something like that. Schedule a free call, schedule a free consultation. You're going to have to import this exact message into all these other videos. Now, what I could have done is actually would have been smarter and wiser, actually, for me to make the changes to one of these videos and then hit duplicate and then it would have carried over all the information to the rest of these. I would just need to change the video. But hey, it's all right. As long as you follow the basic instructions of adding and changing things, you should be good. So what you're going to do here is make sure custom identity is checked. Here's a quick checklist for you guys, right? So custom identity needs to be checked. Schedule a free, your text, whatever you're doing for text needs to be checked. Make sure the lead gen form that you created is checked and submitted. Website tracking, if you added a pixel to your landing page, this is where you would go in and add it in, and that's it, right? So you would just go back to all the videos that you're adding and making sure they're all the same. So again, put the same text. Oh, there's one other thing that you need to change as well. Destination page. I like to click the drop down on this and change it to dynamic, or actually change it to standard. And it's gonna, for standard, it's gonna pick learn more. Right, learn more is the most common. It has the most data. Most ad campaigns, successful ad campaigns, use the learn more call to action. So as you can see here, this is what it's going to look like. If I change it to shop now, it's going to say shop now. So that's what it's basically saying. And you can even see here, based on the data, similar campaigns use the learn more and find more success using that. So that's what I would do there. So for your checklist before you launch your creatives is simple. You're gonna name it whatever you want. So I like to just do like something like add one, and then whatever I'm talking about, coaches, consultants, right? Whatever I'm doing there, name it, pick your identity, provide the text, change the custom call to action, hit edit, standard, learn more, pick your instant form. I don't check this box. This is basically saying, hey, do you want other advertisers to see the analytics behind your creatives and your ad performance? If you want to show that to other people, you can click it. I don't really care to, so I don't check it. Lead gen form, and then make sure your tracking is active, and that's it. You do that for all 3 or 4 of your creatives, you're good to go. I'm not going to sit here and do it for all 3 of them. I'm just showing it to you guys here on what that looks like. So yeah, that's basically it. So what we tend to do here is I'm gonna hit submit here and then immediately turn it off because I don't want to launch this campaign. Let this load. What we're gonna do is duplicate this 2 or 3 more times. We're gonna add different targeting and different parameters to see which creatives or which group will book us more meetings. All right, so you could go back to campaigns here. I'm gonna just turn this bad boy off. Go to campaigns. So this is what it is. We're gonna just turn it off here. And what we're going to do now is, we're going to hit the arrow here. What we're going to do now is hit copy when it's on, by the way. Hit copy. And then what we're going to now do is I'm going to call this interest targeting. And then we're going to add another parameter, and then we're going to put whatever we're doing for the interest. So I might say business here, and I'm going to explain what this means in just a moment. So before, we didn't add any type of targeting parameters. Now we're going to add some targeting parameters. So we're going to go to interest here. This is what we call an interest-based targeting. So we can target people by their interests. Keep in mind, we have to spend a little bit of time really thinking and getting in the mind of our target buyer. Just because we put certain interests in doesn't mean that the people that engage with those interests are good leads. So I could put travel content, but that doesn't mean the people that engage with travel content want a travel coach or travel agency to help them book their next vacation. We can presume that it's a good marketing, but it's not always the case. So for example, this is why testing is so important, right? So I'm going to start off with something because we work with coaches and agency owners and B2B. I'm going to type in something like business, right? For interest, right? And now I can pick between a bunch of different stuff. I can look here and see, okay, marketing and advertising, right? This is really good. And ideally for your interest-based targeting, we want to pick something relatively a little bit more niche, right? So 7 to 9 million in targeting. So marketing and advertising is pretty good. This is so big and broad, depending on your budget. If you're spending $20 to $25 a day, this is all you would need for an interest because of how broad it is. It's 19 to 24 million eyeballs. I would leave it at that. But because I want to give you guys a better example here, we're going to use some smaller interest groups to target and get it up to 7 to 9 million. All right. So for example, let's go back to business here. And you can actually do something like coach, right? So for example, if you're trying to target other coaches, right, you could do fitness, right? There's 2 to 2.4 mil, right? There's business coaching. There's just coaching in general. There's life coaching. There's online coaching. And what's cool is that sometimes they will give you good suggestions. This time they're not. Let's just keep doing coach. So business coach, the coach, throw it in there. What are we now? So 5 to 6 million. That's still a little too narrow. So we might throw in something like, go back to marketing and see what they have for marketing. Marketing is so broad. So social media marketing, TikTok marketing is one. I didn't even know TikTok marketing was one. That's cool. That's their marketing plan. Okay, beautiful. 6 to 7 mil. So we're doing good there. Maybe we get up a little bit more. Digital marketing tips, and we're sitting between 6 and 7 mil. That's ideal. That's ideal. So boom, we have about a decent amount of interest groups here. And at $20 a day, your impressions, your daily impressions, you're probably gonna get anywhere between 800 to 1,000 impressions. So there's so much targeting to go through. There's so much eyeballs to get through to that available audience. So 6 to 7 mil, 7 mil is ideal, right? So what you're gonna do is just hit continue on this, and everything else stays the same. And then what I would do is duplicate this again. I would launch this campaign. I'm not going to launch it here just for the sake of the video. I'd go back now and create another one where it's just hashtags, right? I would create a duplicate version of this, remove all that, and type in hashtag. Let's say you're a fitness coach trying to get more clients, right? I would do fitness, right? And try to get people rolling with this, right? So fitness gym, fitness tip, fitness mom, fitness talk, fitness life, like fitness body, fitness meme if you want to do that, fitness girl, fitness tips, right? You're at like 20 million right now, so that's plenty. That's even maybe even a little too much, but that's fine. 20 million is good. So now you're doing hashtag based targeting, and then boom, run it. So now you should have 3 campaigns. You should have an OpenStack, an interest-based targeting, and then hashtag. And then we're gonna keep cycling through those types of interests to see which ones are the most profitable. We want to always be testing 2 to 3 interest groups at a time, because one might be giving you leads and conversions, but maybe it's giving you leads and conversions at a much higher rate or a higher cost than another type of campaign, right? So maybe the hashtag, maybe you're just running a hashtag campaign and you're getting like $20 per lead and you're like, oh, that's solid. But then you launch an interest targeting and it's like $14 per lead, right? So that's why we always want to be testing against 2 to 3 rather campaigns at a time. All right, I'm just going to leave all this here. So here's some benchmarks for you, right? So when you do launch your campaigns, some things that you're going to want to be testing for are the following, right? So you're going to want to test for the CTR. CTR, you want it to be about 1.5 to 2% CTR, right? Above 1%, you're solid, but 1.5 is ideal, and then 2%, you're right on the money. And a CTR just stands for click-through rate. What percentage of people are seeing your video and actually clicking on it and going and engaging with it, right? Another thing that you can do here is for your view is see total page views and conversions, right? So obviously a conversion is great, right? A conversion is classified as someone that puts their name, phone number, and email and submitted the form. When they submit the form, that's a conversion, okay? That doesn't mean it's a book call though, right? So a conversion, it submits their form. A lead, now from there, what we're going to test to see is how many conversions have we gotten versus how many total page views we've received. So if you added your pixel to the landing page that you're trying to direct people to, you'll be able to see how many people submitted the Legion form, and from that percentage of people went over to actually click the button and landed on your page. You can do that by changing the view, by going into custom columns and then going into page event. And from here, you can see landing page view, whatever you're using for the page view, you can add it in there. And I just use page view total. And you can see, using the rate and everything, what percentage of people submitted the Legion form and what percentage of those people actually went on to hit your landing page. Okay, so that's what you're essentially going to be doing there. And now we can spend a little bit of time talking about the landing page that's optimal. You have the option to do lead gen form into book a call calendar right away, or into a lead or into a VSL. I recommend book a call into a calendar right away. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's get some leads coming on your calendar. And from there, if they're not quality leads, then we put up some friction. So the friction in this case would be a VSL, and the VSL will kind of qualify people and have them qualify themselves. Now, what I recommend doing here is after testing this for a couple of weeks and you're seeing the quality not be the best, doing a short VSL, 3-4 minute VSLs. I have a minute VSL on TikTok. People are so used to scrolling through and seeing very quick content, like 30-second videos, 40-second videos. They're not going to then go click on a video and watch a 30-minute VSL. It's just not going to happen. Or even 10 minutes for that matter. Keeping it short between 2 and 3 minutes, 4 minutes the most, is going to be ideal for getting people to qualify themselves and actually watch the VSL and book a call. So what we have here is strong headline, short video, button here to book a call, and then a little bit of copy, book a call, a little bit more copy, book a call, some case studies, book a call, a little bit more copy, book a call, and and that's it. We believe we can even kind of cut down a little bit on how much is on this page, but keeping it very, very small and concise is important. If you actually click this here, you can see we have a pixel to button clicked and then survey landing form. So we know when people click the button, and then we know when people actually land in the survey. This goes into a 10-question survey, and then from there we put up a decent amount of friction to get the most qualified leads to actually schedule a call with us. So that's what we recommend doing, and that is just a brief introductory guide to setting up TikTok ads. Now, if you believe there's anything I'm missing, leave a comment down below on this video. I plan on making more tutorials and information on how to acquire leads. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.